I'm Tyne. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to share how I have expanded my wardrobe specifically to be able to dress in the Menhera sub-style of Japanese street fashion. It sort of overlaps and includes a lot of other Japanese fashions, but this video is not about explaining it. I think there's going to be a separate video talking more about what it is, where it came from, and sort of the roots and deeper meanings behind Menhera. Today, I just want to talk about my wardrobe and how I have built up a wardrobe or started the foundation of a wardrobe where I can dress in the fashion. But as a brief explanation, Menhera is basically short for mental healther in Japanese, and the fashion also is sometimes categorized with the idea of yami kawaii, which is like cute but scary or nightmarish and cute or something like that. So basically it draws on the kawaii fashion elements like pastels. This is pastel pink, as well as like pastel blues and mints and lavender or lilac, that sort of color scheme. But it also includes imagery that is more dark, and in Menhera specifically, it's usually imagery that is very explicit in referencing mental health issues. So like this shirt has a syringe on it and a band-aid, but also a heart and this drippy thing, which are all very common visual elements for Menhera style. But the idea of Menhera is not like to be creepy or upsetting. It's actually supposed to be somewhat comforting to people who are dealing with mental illness to wear the fashion. So it's also a little different from other kawaii in that wearing like really baggy stuff and not like a ton of layers, and even like makeup isn't inherently part of Menhera because of how the fashion is supposed to be very accessible for people who are like depressed or dealing with other issues to be able to wear. So I love the style, and I have started to accumulate a lot of pieces for it, and I wanted to walk you through that today. So when I first discovered Menhera, I made a couple of orders on Etsy, and one of them I have just received. It's actually the last thing I've received, but I wanted to show you those first because these are the very like specifically Menhera pieces that I have, and then I've sort of built up outfits around these using pieces that aren't specifically Menhera, pieces I already had, as well as items that I have bought mainly on Poshmark secondhand that are just like pastel that I incorporate along with a piece that is more explicitly Menhera, or even just accessories that are more specifically having this sort of imagery on it in order to create looks. So first is this shirt, which you can sort of see everything going on right there. It's got the heart with the band-aid, with the star, with the syringe, with the drip, and it is a pastel pink color. Now, I bought a second shirt from the same shop, and it's very similar, but got a slightly different graphic going on, and it is in blue. So this one has the syringe as well, but it's got a cross, which is more of a medical thing with the heart on it. But otherwise, you can tell that these are very related graphics. So those are the two shirts I got that are sort of like the first real Menhera things I had. But I did also buy some socks. So those two shirts I got from an Etsy shop called Caramels, I think. But I also ordered a whole bunch of socks in the Menhera style from the Lolita Collective website because I'm also getting into that Japanese street fashion. But so I will show you some of them. These socks have syringes on them, so that's cool. And they're like blue, so they go with my light blue top. The rest of the socks are in this treasure trove of accessories, so I might have to wait a second to get into them actually, because I want to show you the couple of like Menhera bottoms I have. So these are tights. They actually feel like leggings, but they have the footed covered ends, and they're like a mint color, but they're very bluish, much more blue than green, and they're in a sort of hurt bunny kind of pattern, which bunnies and bears and I think even cats sometimes are common in Menhera style, which is partially because those are very common animals to see in kawaii styles, but they usually are like bandaged up. You can see this one is holding a heart that says hurt on it, and it's right next to this other one that's all bandaged up. And then there's a lot of these little like flying hearts with the crosses for sort of a medical reference, and then also just bandages going on. So yep. There's also knives on this one with a little bit of bloodiness going on, so like trigger warning. But it's all pastel, And this is honestly like the least noticeable part of this pattern, I think. Yeah, there's also syringes, I think, but not as many. Where's the syringe? Ah, this is a syringe. There. But yeah, so very Menhera tights. And I like that I could wear these under like a lot of different skirts with a lot of different tops. And they do have a lot, the mint as well as like pink and purple going on, so I can coordinate it with either of those colors kind of as the main piece. The next thing is the skirt that I'm wearing, so I'm going to stand up and you're not going to see my face while I talk about it. This is the skirt. This skirt is sort of pixelated, is how they advertised it, which I like because it's less obvious what's really going on. And the main Menhera thing is that it's got like these hurt bears again, so the bears with the bandages, and then it's got some syringes. It's also covered in the crosses, but I feel like it's not as obvious what that means. It does have some pills. And then it has strawberries, which is just like a straight up kawaii thing. And this is in like a very light purple, but you can see there's like blue, pink, and green going on throughout it as well. Ugh. Okay, so I'm pretty sure those are all of the main Menhera pieces I have that are clothing items. So next I wanted to get into my treasure trove of Menhera accessories, or like Menhera adjacent accessories. So first of all, I have chokers. These two I already owned. There's a black one and a clear one with little pink jewels on it. But also, I did go to Target and buy new chokers, and you'll notice the black one's the only one I haven't taken off. But so this one is sort of a pinkish purple. It's super subtle. This one is multicolor, so it goes from blue to like green to yellow to pink, which I like because if I want to have blue, I can just sort of put that in the front and it looks basically blue. Here's another just pink one that came on that set from Walmart. So I have the rest of the socks that I got here. Two of them I haven't even worn so that I could show you guys how they look nicely. So these ones are also light blue and they're pills, you can see. And then this one is a bandage, so it's sort of like the kind that you wrap around, you know, so it's just got that right there and then the white stripes, which I like how subtle that is. So then I have these ones, which I have worn a few times, that are very lightly purple, like here and in the toe, but then the thing is that it has like actual bandages, like band-aids on them. So now I'm gonna go through the accessories somewhat in the order that I received them. So this one is also very noticeable and exciting. It's a huge purple lilac bow and it has a lot of stuff going on. It's got syringes, band-aids, pills, basically all of the little Menhera themes. And yeah, it's freaking massive. Like, I think I'm gonna leave that on. The only thing I struggle with this bow is that it's hard to make it look good from the front. It looks better from like the sides. There's no way to put it that looks where you can really see what it is from the front. So I've had a little bit of a hard time styling it, but there it is. And so with that, I got this necklace, which is a syringe, but super cute. So you can kind of see how the kawaii themes are a big deal in Menhera, because it's supposed to be about like making it cute and happy and making you feel good to wear it, even though you're also like able to show the world your somewhat invisible illness. So this one is purple mainly. It's got like the lilac inside the syringe, but then it's got a bow, it's got little like stars hanging off of it, it's got these pearls, and then the chain is purple. This chain actually was too small to fit around my head, and when I was trying to fit it around my head, it broke right there. Luckily, I have a little jewelry fixing kit, and I just added this clasp there so that I can hook it on. So there you go. There's my syringe necklace. I'm almost considering adding some length to it because the top of the syringe is like almost at my neck and I almost wish it dangled down more. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do the other set that is super Menhera. So basically I ordered these two together, the two shirts together, and then I got the skirt I'm wearing, the tights, and this set of accessories together. And those are my three main orders of things that are like explicitly Menhera. And then I got the socks obviously with orders of other stuff. So these are the last like super meant to be Menhera things. So I got this really big brooch pin thing. I don't know what to call it. It's purple and then the pink on the outside, and it's got a little pill here, but it's like this nurse imagery, which is very common in Menhera. I'm not as huge of a fan of the nurse imagery, which is why I haven't gotten it on a shirt or anything, but I thought it was cool to have on an accessory. Shall I just keep throwing on all the accessories? Oh, I forgot about this. My gripe with this is that the way the back is designed, it's actually really hard to open and close it. So the first time I wore it, I had like big time struggles getting it off. Okay. So I'm gonna go kind of a decora direction with what I'm wearing right now, but you know, I probably won't put on like all of this. I just like how big this one is and that the pink and the purple kind of ties together the rest of my outfit. I will put these on. This is the one pair of earrings I've gotten. They are blue and they are little chill pills. So it says chill pill or just chill. It says chill pill and then it says 20 milligrams. So it's a little dangle, and it's one of the little round pills, and I love it. Basically, when I did these first 3 orders of Menhera things, I was like, I just want like at least one of each accessory, but then I ended up getting extra like pins because they're like common and also cheap. So then I got 2 more little pins. This one has the Hurt Bunny on it and it's in purple, so I think it'll be great to wear this when I wear those tights to kind of tie it together. And then I got this one, which is even more subtle. It's got a heart with that cross in it and then something written in Japanese, which maybe I should try to figure out what it says. And then it's got the drip thing going on, and it's also got little devil horns. The only thing is that I ordered this in pink and it's almost definitely purple, which I'm not super concerned about, but I was a little like, that's not pink. Okay, so then I have a few more brooches, pins, things that were not explicitly Menhera, but I think I might add to Menhera outfits. This one I really love. It says "Too Grumpy to Live," and it's in like a pastel purple. It wasn't labeled Menhera at all, but it seems the most fitting to add to a Menhera outfit to me. And I got this from Lolita Collective for like $1. This is another one that I added onto a Lolita Collective order, but this one's like a decora pin, so it's a lot more intense. But the image and theme is very Menhera because it's like a girl covered in band-aids with like knife, scissors, all kinds of violent stuff. It's almost more yami kawaii in that it's like a little bit gory and upsetting. Most Menhera stuff isn't like trying to be upsetting to somebody who is mentally ill. It's supposed to be like a reality type of thing to people who are mentally ill because it's trying not to be triggering usually. Like you don't want to put imagery of self-harm on a shirt if that's going to trigger the person that you're trying to sell it to do that sort of stuff. So usually Menhera is not so explicit and definitely not bloody, whereas this kind of is, but I thought it would be fun to maybe work with. But yeah, this one's like way brighter colors and everything, so you can tell it's more like decora. And then this one I added in just because it matches the color palette, but it just says Feminist Killjoy, which I do kind of like putting in the context of Menhera because there's definitely intersection between feminism and like mental health advocacy, and it fits the color palette. So a couple other things I got that are more just like kawaii, but that I might add to Menhera outfits are these little pins of cats. So this one's a cat face and this one's a cat sleeping on a moon, and they're just both adorable. And so I feel like if I ever have a Menhera thing going on that does feature cats, I will use these. Next, I'm not sure whether I should include these, but I'm gonna give them a quick shout out. I got these skeleton hand hair clips, which I feel like if I ever wanted to go on the more creepy side, these would work. They're definitely more like a yami kawaii than Menhera accessory, but those two blur a lot, so maybe. And then I'm gonna show you these pairs of earrings, which are also, I think, just kind of kawaii, but for that reason I might wear them with Menhera. These ones are pastel and they are stars, and I could just see them looking so cute with a lot of my Menhera things. And then these ones are moons, which I do like the idea of doing Menhera stuff with like moon imagery, mainly because I do have issues with insomnia, so I like the idea of including that sort of symbol within an outfit that is supposed to be raising awareness for mental illness. And that is the end of the accessories pretty much. I did also get these scrunchies, which I'm including because I got it mainly for these two. There was even 2 more on here, but I already took them off. But the pink and the purple were what I really wanted. I wanted to have those pastel color scrunchies to be able to wear with this kind of outfit. And moving definitely beyond, now transitioning into stuff I bought that is not Menhera, but that is building to my wardrobe of Menhera. I got this palette, which is a Lorac Pro palette, and it's the pastel one that they did. So I got this secondhand on Poshmark. The person had basically swatched a few colors and decided that they didn't want it, and I was looking around for a pastel palette, and the one that I liked the most that I could buy new was out of stock, so I was kind of looking around Poshmark to see if I could find anything to fill my void, and this is what I got. It's what I have on my eye today. You can see the sort of pastel purple going on. I did with the two kind of pastel purples in here, this one and this one. And then I don't know if you can tell, but I did actually put some of this blue on my eyebrows today. So that's what's going on. And yeah, this palette is just going to help me complete outfits by having some of that pastel-y face color as well. Now there's sort of two categories of things. One is stuff I've bought recently with the intention of using it in Menhera themed outfits. And the second category is stuff I already had that works in well with Menhera themed outfits. So I'm going to do the stuff that I've purchased first. One of the things about Menhera is that it's about like baggy sort of clothing is really accepted, and I realized that I love baggy clothing because it feels super comfortable, but that I can still look super cute while wearing baggy clothing with Menhera, which is part of why I love it. But so I decided to get some more oversized skirts that I could put with like Menhera tops, where the tops could like hang over the skirt and the skirt's like barely a part of the outfit, but it's there. So I got this denim skirt, which is too big for me, but I love it. I actually have mainly been wearing it with like suspenders to hold it up because I love that the skirt will then stay up, but it's not like at all tight on my waist, so it's like super comfortable. And yeah, it's just a denim, but that means it looks really good as part of like a more pastel blue outfit since it is a really light wash. The next thing I got was this black skirt, which is cloth, and it's just got those two zippers, but otherwise it's just a black mini skirt. And I think that's great to add a little bit more black to an outfit if it's got more like darkness in it. This top is like white and pink, so I wouldn't necessarily wear it with this, but if I had more black going on, like with those tights that have a lot of black in them, I think this is a great bottom to go with it. And yeah, super big, super comfy. Also been wearing it with suspenders, but this one doesn't need it as much. Like, it doesn't totally fall down if I don't have something holding it up. It just sits a bit lower, which if I have a top that's covering up the top of the skirt anyways, it's okay if it sits a little lower on my hips. Okay, so then I got this one, which is a Hot Topic skirt, but I got it secondhand on Depop. It's a 3X, which is also too big for me. And without suspenders, it does sit kind of lower on my hips and not at my waist, but I love the comfiness. And the main thing with this is that it's got so many pastel colors. I feel like it's really good for an outfit where I have a couple pastels going on and I want it to all kind of come together somewhere. And also that means if I am like wearing mostly like pink, I can wear this with it and it adds a little something something and it'll still match. So basically I can match it with like pink or purple or blue or green and it'll kind of work as long as it's not making the outfit too busy. If the outfit's already busy, this ain't gonna work, but you know. So then I have this skirt, which I'm kind of undetermined on because it's a little tighter than I thought it was going to be because it's a XXL, but it is still fitted on me, which I haven't made up my mind about yet. So I might resell this and look for a different pink skirt, but I have this one at the moment and it is soft and like corduroy and super light pink. So I like the look. I haven't decided on the fit, but just so you can see sort of what I've been going for. So then I have a couple of accessories I bought. First, I got these shoes, which are like dip-dyed Vans. I think the person who owned them before me did actually dye them themselves because like look at that little splash of paint right there. But I love it. And they're like blue and purple, so it would go well with a bluish outfit or a purplish outfit, or especially one that had both. And they're just slip-on Vans. And then I got a pastel mini backpack, which if you've seen this other video, you will know that I am obsessed with mini backpacks. So I was like, if I'm going into pastels, I need to have mini backpacks to go with it. So this one is purple, blue, and yellow. So again, pretty versatile because it has all the colors, and it's not like I need to have entirely blue outfit, entirely pink outfit, entirely purple outfit. I think mixing the pastels is Gucci. Now, some honorary mentions of a few things I already had that I have been wearing much with pastel outfits. I want to throw in this hat. It's pink and it says youth on it. I got this in Korea, actually, in Seoul, at like a street stand, because when I saw it, it just made me think of Troye Sivan and his song Youth, and I was like, I can have like basically merch, but without paying for merch, but still feel like I'm supporting Troye. So that's why I got this, but I love this color, obviously going with these kind of color palettes, as well as the idea of youth sort of being on there. I think it matches the general vibe. And then I have one mini backpack that I already had gotten in that other video. This one's not pastel, but I feel like if I'm wearing a mainly pastel blue outfit, this pop of brighter blue still works pretty well. And this color is freaking adorable. This backpack is adorable. I feel like it definitely matches the like kawaii vibes. Yeah, even though it's like not really obviously Menhera. And then I have a couple shoes I already had that I think work really well. So these ones are light blue, which is basically the first shoe that I wore with all of my first attempts at Menhera outfits. And then these ones are light green, which I think will go with outfits that are either sort of scattered a lot of different pastels, or also blue outfits where I'm sort of mixing instead of going full blue. That is all of the pieces. I think what I want to do now is I want to do a little lookbook of showing how I combine all of these elements, so hopefully you enjoy that. And so for this first outfit, it's the one I had on, so you've pretty much seen it. I just added some socks and the dip-dyed shoes. Otherwise, all those accessories I already had on. This next one is a shirt you haven't seen yet because I'm saving it for my Menhera vent art video because I actually painted it myself, but it's super multicolor and the base is mint, so I put it on with those mint tights and black accessories to go a little bit darker, including this black rose backpack that I had, but that along with the black mini skirt and the creepers to really just let all of the things going on in the shirt and the tights stand out. And this next one is more simple once again. It's that light blue t-shirt with the denim mini skirt and some blue socks and blue Converse and a blue backpack. So just super blue, mostly pastel, a little bit of a variety in the blues though, which I think is fun and makes it feel more like an outfit. And then this one, I really went crazy with the accessories again. So I have the bandage socks with my checkered green shoes, which match the checkered multicolor skirt. And then this is just a black crop sweater I already had. It's actually Ariana Grande. It says "Thank you, next." And I have my suspenders holding up my skirt, and I actually put a bunch of my pins on those suspenders. And then I'm wearing the pastel multicolored backpack because I think it just matches this skirt super duper well. And I additionally do have little scrunchies in my hair, which are also 2 colors. So yeah, just a ton going on. The thing that's really making this Menhera is all of the pins, so I decided to add on even another one. And otherwise, this is kind of just like a casual outfit of like maybe pastel goth, and because of how it is black but also pastel, but then the Menhera elements are in there, so it's kind of a more simple way to add Menhera in. Thank you for watching. I guess I should explain my makeup. I did my makeup in sort of the Menhera style in terms of like how I've been doing makeup when I feel like wearing makeup when I'm wearing this style. And that is by doing sort of the like hangover look with like blush right under my eye to make it look like I'm really like tired. But then I did pastel on top of the eye and even in my eyebrows. And then I put on this pastel pinkish leaning very blue, not pinkish, this pastel purple leaning very blue lip. And I kind of like how it makes me look also not quite alive and kind of unwell. It's really the aesthetic. And then I decided to add these teardrops, which I don't know how great they look, but definitely fits the vibe. So this is me like really going for it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little introduction to building a Menhera wardrobe. You can definitely do it without spending a ton of money on like specialty pieces. I have also made myself a Menhera shirt, but I'm going to talk about it in my other video, which is like explaining Menhera and getting into the idea of vent art, because making that shirt fits more in that video. But yeah, you don't have to spend a ton of money to be able to fit into the style. You can definitely do a lot of it of like normal clothes. It doesn't all have to be made specifically to be Menhera. And yeah, I love the style. I love the message. I definitely find it comforting. I love being cute, but also feel like I'm sort of showing my invisible ailment externally. I kind of like the idea of it making people uncomfortable, but also the idea of it being like so cute, so it's not like aggressive at all. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope maybe you're inspired to try out a new weird fashion because you see how easy it can be. And if you want to know more about Menhera, ask questions below. I'm still getting into it. I'm still researching it, so I don't know everything, which I think is why I'm filming this video before I explain my explanation, because I feel like, I need to do so much research to represent it correctly, but I'm probably putting too much pressure. Anyways, whatever. That's it. See you next time. Is that terrible? Or is it better than having no personal outro? I don't know yet.